Hello everyone, it is Erin Floto here, and I am here with my February reading journal setup. I'm so excited because I am using the new Valentine's, the Love reading sticker kit that I have available in my shop now. It is linked down below. It came out on Monday. So I'm so excited. I love these little one-pagers, and I have been pairing them with this washi tape that is from Amazon. You can also get it on the washi tape shop. So what I've done is I've just layered some of these stickers and some of these washi tapes to create a cover page. It is very similar to how I did January, and I want to keep the same style going through the entire time that I use this reading journal. I don't really anticipate ever needing to change up this style. The sections that I want to track are very normal for a reading journal, and I just don't really think that there's anything else. And if there is something, it's probably kind of an end of the year thing that I want to create, maybe a bracket or something like that, but I don't want to do that within the month. I really do enjoy this very simple setup in my reading journal because it makes me want to use it. It doesn't have to be a super involved thing. Don't mind the fact that I have February spelled incorrectly. For some reason, my brain did not put two and two together. So I go back and change that later, so don't worry about that. But here is the cover page all done, and I'm taking a peek back at January to see how I laid things out for that month. That way it can be very similar. Like I mentioned, I do want this to be very, very consistent. So I have my reading challenge up here in the corner. So this is just something fun that I decided to do because I literally need a reading challenge to come up with new ideas and get me out of my comfort zone. So I have 4 different elements to this reading challenge. So the whole point of the challenge is to try to meet all 4 of those elements with as many or as few books as you want. For example, I can meet this, well, technically, I can meet this entire prompt with just 1 book, but I've decided to break it out into 2 books just because I was like, okay, well, I need to read this other book anyways, so, it's fine. So for a book by a female author, I am continuing the Red Queen series, so I will be reading Glass Sword. For book in a romance genre, book with a purple cover, and book with a one-word title, I will be reading Geekerella, which I saw on Book Talk and it looked really cute, so I decided to go ahead and do that because it fulfilled so many items. I'm also planning on reading a couple other books, including The Mindful Day and a book called Brain Damage by Frida McFadden. And I also have, and I never mentioned this in my January setup, but I also have like nighttime books that I read, but they're like novella basically. So I don't really include them when I'm like doing book reviews or anything like that. I do include them in like the amount of pages that I read, and I do include them for like the number of books that I'm reading, but it's not something that like I'm really rating so much. So I'm just playing it by ear basically, and like how I'm doing these setups. So basically, I'm not putting them on my book ratings. I do include them in the number of books read, and I do include them on the number of pages read, but it's not something that like any of those books are ever going to fulfill any of my challenges or anything like that because they're basically little novellas. So anyways, I have that done. I also have the books read section. So in the books read section, I do put down a color scheme for that, so that way I can note the number of pages read in that color scheme. I was a little ambitious, I should say, when I did my January setup. I did put this whole page as books, like pages read 0 to 400, because I thought, oh, maybe I'll have a point in time where I am doing a big readathon day or something, and I'll read an entire book in a day. But I mean, honestly, that's just not my life, unfortunately. So I have adapted this. And again, I did February wrong, and I will realize that in a second and fix all of that. So basically, what I do is I do a bar graph with the different colors. So the amount of pages that I read on the first for book one, which is the red color, I will put that number of pages. If it's like 100 pages, I'll do the bar graph at 100. And if I read another book, like one of my novellas at night, then whatever color that is, purple, for example, I'll add to the bar graph that number of pages. So that's a general premise of how I use that. So here I am going back in and fixing both this page and the cover page. I just took a little bit of scrap craft paper and laid it out, and I just did a ripped fashion. So one of the wonderful things about this is that it is very scrapbook feel. So if I do mess up like this, I can fix it very easily because there's just so many things that I can do. I can layer pictures, I can layer stickers, I can put the scrapbook paper and then do the same thing and stamp over it. So very, very easy to fix, especially in this type of kind of theme and style. And I'm honestly not sure where I got this little heart washi tape from. I absolutely love it. It's so stinking cute. I think I might have got it from like Amazon or something like that because it's like there's no distinction, but it is such a cute add-on. And I wanted to keep the same styles of washi tape throughout the whole setups, from every single month. That's why I got those big rolls from Amazon, and it's the newspaper print, it's the scripts, things like that. But I do want to start incorporating some of this, like some of my other washi tape. I just seriously have so much washi tape. It's something that needs to get addressed. So that's why I'm trying to use as much washi tape as possible in this situation, because I need to start using it. I have so much washi tape. I don't really use it. I don't really use it in my bullet journal setups. So I want to start incorporating it somewhere. And I know I bought a whole bunch of new washi tapes to do these setups. But at the same time, like I really wanted to have a consistency to my themes. So I just want to add in other washi tapes as well. So over on the left-hand page, I have my statistics page. So at the end of the month, and you will see this in my monthly review for January, I'll go through and I'll see what the books I did, the books I read, the number of pages I read, who the authors were, things like that. I will put all those statistics together so I can add that to that page. And then I have a monthly review on the right. This is just like a general review. I also have pages that I left at the end of January for book reviews. So let me know if you want to see that as well. And thank you so, so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.